The Broadway Theater Archive.
If I could be any one of us.
Well, not a real one.
Don't you dare say I'm dependent upon you because I'm not.
Truly speak to you.
Of all the pain.
No bridge road with his act.
A woman who cannot keep her lusts under control.
A collection of comedy and drama available on videocassette. BroadwayArchive.com.
Good evening. I am Worthington Minor. As executive producer of the Play of the Week, I take a personal pride and honor in our presenting to you tonight one of the great plays of our generation, The Iceman Cometh by Eugene O'Neill. As a symbol of the stature of this event, Mr. Brooks Atkinson, essayist, correspondent, and for 35 years drama critic of the New York Times, has consented to appear on this program to say a few words to you about Mr. O'Neill and his meaning to the American theater. Mr. Atkinson.
The Play of the Week is about to present, for the first time on this series, a drama by a man more widely respected and acclaimed throughout the world than any American dramatist, Eugene O'Neill. Few men of any age have been able to see, far less to transmit, the passions, the agonies, the wisdom, and the corrosive humors that lie in the hearts and the minds of derelict mankind. O'Neill has this depth, a depth of humanity, of pity and love and respect even for the dregs of society. He knew their idiom of speech, their habitual profanity, their coarseness, and yet he touched these vulgarities with a poet's understanding and with the generosity of a deeply reverent heart. O'Neill wrote with respect for the stark truth that he saw as the authentic garment of the tortured human being. The Iceman Cometh is a harsh and ruthless drama. It appeals to the mature mind and the sensitive spirit. It is one of America's greatest plays, and a sensitive and mature audience deserves to see it.
Make it fast. I don't want the boss to get wise when he's got one of his tightwad buns on. Gee, ain't the old bastard a riot when he starts that bull about turning over a new leaf? Not a damn drink on the house, he tells me. And all these bums have got to pay up their rent beginning tomorrow, he says. Geez, you'd think he meant it.
I'll be glad to pay up tomorrow. And I know my fellow inmates will all promise the same. They have a touching credulity concerning tomorrow. It'll be a great day tomorrow. The Feast of All Fools with brass bands playing. Why, their ships will come in loaded to the gunwales with canceled regrets and promises fulfilled and clean slates and new leases.
Yeah, and a ton of hop.
Don't mock the faith. Have you no respect for religion, you unregenerate wop? What's it matter if the truth is that their favoring breeze has the stink of nickel whiskey on its breath, and that their sea is a growler of lager and ale, and that their ships are long since looted and scuttled and sunk on the bottom? The hell with the truth. Why, the history of the world proves that the truth has no bearing on anything. It's irrelevant and immaterial, as the lawyers say. It's the lie of a pipe dream that gives life to the whole misbegotten mad lot of us, drunk or sober. And that's enough philosophical wisdom to give you for one drink of rot-gut.
The old philosopher, like Kiki calls, ain't you? I suppose you don't fall for no pipe dreams.
I don't. Mine are all dead and buried behind me. What lies before me is the comforting fact that death is a fine long sleep, and I'm damn tired, and it can't come too soon for me.
The old anarchist wise guy that knows all the answers. That's you, huh?
You can forget it about the anarchist part of it. I'm through with the movement long since. I saw that men don't want to be saved from themselves because then they'd have to give up greed, and they'll never pay that price for liberty. Ain't I right, Comrade Hugo?
Oh, Christ.
Am I telling the truth?
Don't get that bughouse bum started.
Capital swine, was still pitchers? Has the slaves no right to sleep, even? Hello, little rat, little monkey face. How you, little slave girl? Don't be a fool, Tempest. Whop, buy me a drink.
He's out again. He's lucky no one takes his crack serious, or he'll wake up every morning in a hospital.
No one takes him seriously. That's his epitaph. If I'm through with the movement long since, it's been through with him, and thanks to whiskey, he's the only one who doesn't know it.
I've let him get by with too much. He's gonna pull that slave girl stuff on me once too often. Hell, you think I was a pimp or something? Everyone knows me knows I ain't. A pimp don't hold no job. I'm a bartender. Them tots, Margie and Pearl, they're just a sideline to pick up some extra dough. Strictly business, like they was fighters and I was their manager, see?
A shrewd businessman who never misses an opportunity to get on in the world. That's what I'd call you, Rod.
Sure thing, that's me. Grab another ball, Larry. You'd never think all these bums had a good bed to go up to upstairs. Scared if they hit the hay, they wouldn't be here when Hickey showed up and miss a couple of drinks. That's what kept you up to, ain't it?
It is? Not so much in the hope of booze, if you can believe that. Now, I've got the blues. And Hickey's a great one to make a joke out of everything and cheer you up.
Yeah, remember how he works up that gag about his wife when he's cockeyed, crying over a picture, and then springing it on you all of a sudden that he left her in the hay with the Iceman? I wonder what's happened to him. You could set your watch by his periodicals before this. Always got here a couple of days before Harry's birthday party. Now he's got till midnight to make it. And I hope he shows up soon. This dump looks like the morgue with all these bums passed out.
The lie! Papa! Papa!
Poor devil. Oh, the hell with pity. It does no good.
Dreaming about his own man. From what the old-timers say, the old gent sure made a pile of dough in a bucket shop game before the cops got him. Jeez, I've seen him bad before, but never this bad. Look at that get-up. I ain't seen no one so bad, except Hickey on the end of a couple of his bats.
It's a great game, the pursuit of happiness.
Oh, it's a damn lie!
Hey, you! Nick! Get out the door!
Hey, who's that yelling?
Willie, boss, the Brooklyn boys is after him.
Give the poor guy a drink and keep him quiet. Oh, can't I get a wink of sleep in my own back room?
Listen to that blind-eyed default bastard, will you? He give me strict orders not to let Willie hang up no more drinks, no matter what.
What's that? Can't hear you. You're a cockeyed liar. Never refused to drink to anyone who needed it bad in my life. Told you to use your judgment. Ought to know better. You're too busy thinking up ways to cheat me. Oh, I ain't as blind as you think. I can still see a cash register beneath.
Oh, sure, boss. Well, chance fooling you.
I'm wise to you and your sidekick, Chuck. But you're burglars, not barkeeps. Blind-eyed, deep old bastard, am I? I heard you. Heard you often when you didn't think. You and Chuck, laughing behind my back, telling everyone how you throw the money up in the air. And what sticks to the ceiling's my share. Fine couple of crooks. But gee, you'd steal the pennies from your dead mother's eye.
Oh, Harry, me and Chuck was only kidding.
I'll fire the both of yous. But gee, if you think you can play me for an easy mark, you came to the wrong house. Nobody ever played Harry Hope for a sucker.
No one but everybody.
Well, at least you could try and keep things quiet.
Give me a drink, Rocky. Harry says it's all right.
Well, then grab it. It's right under your nose. When? When? I didn't say take a bath. Gee, he's killed half a pint or more.
Leave him be, the poor devil.
Right by me. It ain't my booze.
Who's booze? Give me some. I don't care who.
Where's Hickey? Ain't he come yet? What time is it, Rocky, huh?
Getting near time to open up. Time you begun to sweep up in a bar.
Oh, if Hickey ain't come, it's time Joe go back to sleep again. I was dreaming that Hickey come in the door, cracking one of them drummer jokes. And he was waving a big bankroll, and we was all gonna be drunk for 2 weeks. Wake up, no luck. Oh, hey, Larry, how about that young guy Parrot come to look you up last night? Where's he at?
He's up in his room asleep.
Oh, he had a roll on him when he paid you his room rent, didn't he, Rocky? I seen it.
Yeah, he flashed it like he forgot and then tried to hide it quick.
Oh, he did he?
Yeah, I figured he don't belong. But he said he was a friend of yours.
Oh, he's a liar. I wouldn't know who he is if he hadn't told me. His mother and I were friends on the coast years ago. Oh, you remember reading in the paper about that bombing on the coast where several people were killed? Well, the only woman they pinched, Rosa Parrott, is his mother. They come up for trial pretty soon. There's no chance for them. She'll get life, I think. I'm telling you this so that you'll know why if Don acts a bit queer and not jump on him. Must be hard hit. He's her only kid.
Why ain't he out there sticking by her?
I don't know anything about it, and I don't want to know. To hell with the movement and all connected with it.
If there's one thing more than another I care nothing about, it's that sucker game you and Hugo call the movement. Hey, that reminds me of a damn fool argument me and Mose Porter had the other night. He was drunk and I was drunker. He says socialists and anarchists, you ought to shoot them dead, they all no good bastards. I said, hold on. You talk as if socialists and anarchists is the same. They is, he said. They're both no good bastards. Oh, no, they ain't, I said. I'll explain you the difference. Now, you see the anarchist, well, he never works. He drinks, but he never buys. And if he ever gets a nickel, he blows it on bonds. Wouldn't give you nothing. So you go ahead and shoot him. But the socialist, sometimes he gets a job. And if he gets $10, he is bound by his religion to split it with you 50-50. You say, how about my cut, comrade? You get your 5, so you don't shoot no socialists while I'm around. That is, not if they got anything. 'Course, if they broke, then they no good bastards, too.
He's your guy, Larry.
Hello, Larry. Hello.
What's up? I thought you'd still be asleep.
I couldn't make it. I got sick of lying awake.
Well, sit down and join the bombs, then. Oh, the rules of the house are that drinks may be served at all hours.
Oh, I get you. But hell, I'm just about broke. Oh, I know. You guys saw you. You think I have a roll, don't you? Well, I don't. I'll show you. See, it's all ones. It's all I've got to live on until I can get a job. You think I fixed up a phony, don't you? Well, you're lucky in the movement if you have enough to eat.
What's the song and dance about? We ain't said nothing.
Well, I just don't want you to think that I'm a tightwad, that's all. All right, I'll buy you a drink if you want one.
If? Oh, man, when I don't want to drink, call them all. Bring the bottle quick, Rocky, before he changes his mind.
I'll take a cigar when I go in a bar. What do you have?
Nothing. I'm on the wagon. What's the damage?
15 cents.
Must be some booze.
It's cyanide cut with carbolic acid to give it a mellow flavor. Here's luck.
I guess I'll get back to the bar. Catch a couple of winks before opening up time.
One drink guy. That well done run dry. No hope till Harry's birthday party. Less Hickey come. Hey, Larry, if Hickey comes, you wake me up if you got to bat me with a chair.
Who's Hickey?
Oh, he's a hardware drummer, friend of Harry's and all the crowd here. He's a grand guy. He comes here twice a year regularly to go on a periodical drunk, and he blows in all his money.
Sure must be hard up for a place to hang out.
Oh, it has its points for him. He never runs into anyone he knows in his business here.
Yes, that's what I want, too. Boy, I've been in some dumps on the coast, but this is the limit. What kind of a joint is this, anyway?
What is it? Why, it's the No Chance Saloon. It's Bedrock Bar, the end of the line cafe, the bottom of the sea rascally. And nobody here worries about where they're going next because there's no farther they can go. Don't complain about this place. You'll never find a better for lying low. You're safe here.
Gee, Larry, I was sure glad to find you. I kept saying to myself, if only I can find Larry. He's the one guy in the world who could understand.
Understand? What?
Well, all I've been through. I've never forgotten you, Larry. You were the one friend of Mother's who ever paid any attention to me, or even knew I was alive. Hey, you remember you used to take me on your knee and tell me funny stories and make me laugh? You'd ask me questions and take what I said seriously? I guess I got the feeling in the years that you lived with us that you'd taken the place of my old man. Hell, that sounds like a lot of mush.
How is it that they didn't pinch you when they got your mother and the rest?
I wasn't around. As soon as I heard the news, I went right under cover.
Now, the papers say that the cops got them all dead to rights. Now, someone in the movement on the inside must have sold out and tipped them off.
Yes, I guess that must be true, Larry. It hasn't come out yet who it was. It may never come out.
I'd hate to think it of any of the old crowd. Oh, they're all damn fools, I know that, most of them. They're as greedy for power as the worst capitalists they attack, but I'd swear there wasn't a yellow stool pigeon among them.
Yes, I'd swear that too, Larry.
Oh, I hope he rots in hell, whoever it is.
Yes, so do I.
How did you locate me?
Mother, I found out where she had hidden your letters in her flat, and I snuck up there one night right after they made the arrest.
Never would have thought she was a woman to save letters.
Oh, it's funny how Mother kept in touch with you for so long. When she's through with anyone, she's finished. She's always been real proud of that. What made you leave the movement, Larry? Was it on account of Mother?
Don't be a damn fool. I had a lot of good reasons. Myself, for one. Another one was my comrades, and the last, the breed of swine called men in general. As for myself, I was forced to admit after 30 years' devotion to the cause that I was never made for it. I was one of those born condemned to be one who sees all sides to every question. When you're damned like that, the questions multiply for you until in the end it's all questions and no answers. To be a worldly success at anything, especially revolution, you have to wear blinders like a horse and see only straight in front of you. You have to see that this is all black and this is all white. As for my comrades in the great cause, I felt about them as Horace Walpole did about England, that he could love it if it weren't for the people in it. Well, at any rate, you can see that it had nothing to do with your mother.
What have you been doing all these years since you left the coast, Larry?
Nothing that I could help doing. If I don't believe in the movement anymore, I don't believe in anything else either. I'm a philosophical old bum, and I'm proud of it. Now, you listen to me. I hope you've deduced that I have my reasons for answering the impertinent questions of a stranger, and that's all you are to me. I have a feeling that you're looking for the answer to something from me. Well, let me warn you right at the start, so there won't be any misunderstanding. I have no answer for anybody for anything, not even myself. Unless you can call what Heine wrote in his poem to Morphine an answer. Lo, sleep is good, better is death. In sooth, the best of all were never to be born.
That's a hell of an answer. Still, you never know when it might come in handy.
I don't suppose you had much chance to get any news from your mother since she's been in jail?
No. No chance. Anyway, I don't think she wants to hear from me. See, we had a fight just before that business happened. She bawled me out for going around with tarts. Boy, that got my goat coming from her. She said I was losing interest in the movement, and that I was paying too much attention to outside things.
Were you?
The days glow hot, O Babylon. 'Tis cool beneath thy willow trees. Rotten damn stool pigeon.
What? What do you drop this bone? You can't call me that.
Hello, little man. Little monkey face. I did not recognize you. You're a grown big boy. How's your mother? Where you come from? Don't be a fool. Throw me $1. Buy me a drink.
Passed out again. Oh, I should have remembered. Whenever Hugo gets soused, he calls everybody a stool pigeon. Well, I've always had a lot of respect for Hugo. I always stood up for him when people in the movement panned him for no good drunken has-been. He had the guts to serve 10 years in the can in his own country and get his eyes ruined in solitary for what he did. I'd like to see some of them stick that. Well, tell me some more about this dump, Larry. Who are all these tanks, anyway? How about that guy over there trying to catch pneumonia?
Oh, that is Captain Lewis, a one-time hero of the British Army. He strips this way to display the scar that he got from a native spear when he's completely soused. The whiskered bloke opposite him here is General Wetcham. The two of them met when they went to work in the Boer War spectacle in the St. Louis World's Fair, and they've been bosom pals ever since. They dreamed their hours away in happy dispute over the great days in South Africa when they tried to murder each other. The little fellow back here, he was there too, correspondent for a British newspaper. Our nickname for him here is Jimmy Tomorrow. He's the leader of our Tomorrow movement.
Well, what do they do for a living?
Oh, as little as possible. They live on free lunch, and their old friend, Harry Hope, who doesn't give a damn what anyone does or doesn't do, as long as he likes you.
It must be a tough life.
Don't pity them. I won't thank you for it. They manage to get drunk by hook or by crook and hold on to their pipe dreams, which is all they ask out of a life. It isn't often that a man attains the true goals of his heart's desire. That goes for Harry Hope, too. He's so satisfied with life that he hasn't set foot out of this place since his wife died 20 years ago. He has no need for the outside world at all. This place does a fine trade from the marketplace across the street to the dock workers. So in spite of Harry's great thirst and his generous heart, he comes out even. He doesn't have to worry about hard times because of his old friends when he was a jitney Tammany politician. Don't ask me what his two pals work at, because they don't. Except at being his lifetime guest. The one facing you is his brother-in-law, Ed Mosier. He used to work for a circus in the ticket wagon. The other one's Pat McGloin, a police lieutenant. He got too greedy, and when the usual police investigation came along, why, he was caught red-handed and thrown off the force. Joe back there, he ran a colored gambling house then. He was a hell of a sport, so they say. Well, that's our whole family circle of inmates, except for the 2 barkeeps and their girlfriends. 3 ladies of the evening who room on the 3rd floor.
Why omit me from your who's who and dipsomania, Larry? An unpardonable slight, especially as I'm the only inmate of royal blood. Educated at Harvard, too. You must have noticed the atmosphere of culture here. My humble contribution. Yes, generous stranger. I trust you're generous. I was born in the purple. The son, but unfortunately not the heir of the late world-famous Bill O'Ban, king of the bucket shops. A revolution deposed him, conducted by the district attorney. In fact, not to mince matters, they locked him in the can and threw away the key.
That's tough luck. No, I never heard of it.
Never heard? I thought everyone in the world. Well, even at Harvard, I discovered my father was well known by reputation. I was accepted socially with all the warm cordiality that Henry Wadsworth Longfellow would have shown a drunken negress dancing the can-can at high noon on Brattle Street. Harvard was my father's idea. He was an ambitious man, dictatorial too, always telling me what was best for me. I was a brilliant student at law school. My father wanted a lawyer in the family. He was a calculating man, a thorough knowledge of the law close at hand in his house to help him find fresh ways to evade it. But I discovered the loophole of whiskey and escaped his jurisdiction. Speaking of whiskey, sir, reminds me, and I hope reminds you, that when meeting a prince, the customary salutation is, "What did you have?"
Oh, you guys seem to think I'm made of dough.
You don't have the thirsty look of the impecunious. Let us ignore this useless youth, Larry. Let us join in prayer that Hickey, the great salesman, will soon arrive, bringing in the blessed bourgeois long green. Would that Hickey, your death would come. Meanwhile, I will sing a song. A beautiful old New England folk ballad I picked up at Harvard amid the debris of education. Jack, oh Jack was a sailor lad, and he came to a tavern for gin. He rapped and he rapped with a... but never a soul seemed in. There was a legend bruited about in Cambridge lavatories that Waldo Emerson composed it during his uninformative years as a minister while trying to write a sermon. He rapped and tapped enough to wake the dead till he heard a damsel on a window right over his head.
Rocky, can't you keep this crazy bastard quiet?
Oh, and now the influence of a good woman enters our mariner's life. Well, perhaps good isn't the word, but very, very kind. Oh, come up, he cried, my sailor lad, and you and I'll agree, and I'll show you the prettiest that ever you did see. You see, Larry, the lewd Puritan touch, obviously, and it grows more marked as we go on. He put his arm around her. Yeah! What do you think this stuff is? A dump? Come on, bum! Rocky, I'll go crazy in that room with all this honest. Harry, I'll be quiet or stay here!
Rocky, I didn't tell you to beat the poor guy up. Leave him alone if he's quiet.
Harry. Thank you, Harry. You're a good sport.
Good heavens, have I been drinking at the same table with a bloody cafe, huh?
Oh, hello, Captain. You coming up for air? Caffey. Who's he?
Cafe? Cafe? That's a nigger, Joe. That's a joke on him, Joe. He don't know you. The poor bloody limey, he's still blind drunk. Yeah. Great mistake. I missed him at the Battle of Mother River. You know, with my rifle, I shoot plenty of foolish, limey officers, but him, I missed him. The pity of it. You, Cecil, wake up, you bloody fool. Don't you know your old friend Joe? He's no damn Kaffir, Joe is. He's white.
My profound apologies, Joseph, old chum. The eyes was a trifle blurry, you know. Well, you're the whitest colored man I ever knew. I'm proud to call you friend. No hard feelings?
Oh, no, Captain. I know it's a mistake. You's regular, even if you is a limey. But I don't stand for no nigger from nobody. In the old days, people called me nigger, wakes up in the hospital.
Yeah. In the old days in the Transvaal, I was so tough and so strong, I grabbed by the axle an ox cart with a full load and lifted like a feather.
Yes, and as for you, my balmy boa that walks like a man, I say again it was a grave error in our foreign policy ever to let you go once we'd nabbed you. You should have been taken straight to the London Zoo and incarcerated there with a sign, "Spectators may distinguish the true baboon by his blue behind."
Mingott, when you think 10 better limey officers I shoot right in the middle of the ford at the Battle of Spionkopje, and him I miss. I never forgive myself.
Oh, Cecil, come now, Pete. We must forget the war. War in Britain, each fought fairly and played the game till the better man won, and then we shook hands. We're all brothers within the empire, united under the flag on which the sun never sets. Ship means somewhere east of Suez.
You're there already, Jimmy. West is best here, and east is west, and tomorrow is yesterday. What do you want?
Tomorrow, yeah. It's high time I got straightened out and down to business again. Let's have this suit cleaned and pressed before I go up there to see this man. I don't want to look like crap.
White folks always said I was white. Well, look at the big chief in them days. He knew I was white. Well, I'd saved up enough money to open my gambling house, and folks in the know, they say, see the man at the top, you don't have no trouble. Get Harry Hope to write you a letter to the chief. And Harry does, don't you, Harry?
Oh, sure. Big Bill was a good friend of mine. I had plenty of friends high up in those days. Still could have if I wanted to go out and see him. Sure, I wrote you a letter. Said you was white. What the hell of it?
There, you see, Captain? I went to see the chief shaking in my boots. There he was sitting behind this big desk, looking like a big freight train. He don't look up. He just keep me waiting and waiting. And then after what seemed like about an hour, he says in a voice slow and quiet, like there wasn't no harm in him. So you want to open a gambling joint, do you, Joe? But he don't give me no time to answer. He jump up, looking like two freight trains, and he pounds his fist like a ham on the desk, and he shouts, "You black bastard, Harry says you's white, and you better be white, else there's a little iron room up the river waiting for you." And then he sits down, and he says slow and quiet again, "All right, you can open. Now get the hell out of here." So I open, and he finds out I'm white sure enough, 'cause I run wide open for years, and I pay my sugar on the dot, and the cops and me, we stays friends. Ah, them old days. Many is the night I come in here. Oh, this place was a first-class hangout for sports in them days. Good whiskey, 15 cents. 2 for 2 bits. I throws a $50 bill down like it was trash paper, and I says, "Drink up, boys, I don't want no change." Ain't that right, Harry?
Yes, and BG, if I seen you throw 50 cents on the bar now, I'd know I had the delirium trimming.
Thank you, Harry, old chum. I will take a drink with you now that you mention it, since it's so near your birthday.
What's that? Can't hear you.
No, I imagined you wouldn't.
I don't have to hear you. How much room rent do you owe me? Tell me that.
I'm sorry, Harry. Adding has always baffled me. Subtraction is my forte. What?
Oh, think you're funny, eh? Captain BG, showing off your wounds. Put your clothes on, man. This ain't a Turkish bath. Lousy, limey army. Took 'em years to lick a gang of Dutch farmers. That's right, Harry. Give 'em hell. No lip out of you, you Dutch spinach. General. Salvation Army you ought to be general in, bragging what a great shot you were. And you missed him, and he missed you. And now the two of you bum on me. But you broke the camel's back this time. You'll pay up tomorrow, or out you go.
My dear fellow, I give you my word of honor as an officer and a gentleman, you will be paid tomorrow.
That's right, Harry. Tomorrow without fail, we swear.
There you are, Harry. Sure, what could be fairer than that?
Yeah, you can't risk more than that, Harry. You know, promise is a promise, as I've often discovered.
And I mean both of you, too. An old Grafton Flatfoot and a circus bunco steerer. Fine company for me, BG. A couple of con men living in my flat. And you ain't even got the decency to take me upstairs where I got a good bed. Let me sleep in the chair like a bum.
Harry, Ed and I did our darndest to get you up, didn't we, Ed?
Yeah, we did. But you said you couldn't bear the flat because it was one of those nights that memory brought poor dear old Bess back to you.
Aye, that's right, boys. I remember now. I could almost see her in every room, just as she used to be. And it's 20 years since she...
Isn't a daydream of yesterday a touching thing? By all accounts, Bessie nagged the hell out of him.
By the time I stopped loafing around, I wondered, gotta get my shoes soled and heeled and shined first thing tomorrow morning. I don't want to look like a tramp.
Tomorrow movement is a sad and beautiful thing, too.
Poor old Bessie. You don't see her likes these days. Sweeter woman never drew breath.
Dear old Bess. Yeah, a man couldn't want a better sister than she was to me.
20 years, and I've never set foot outside this house since the day I buried her. I didn't have the heart. Once she'd gone, I didn't give a damn about anything. I lost all my ambition. Without her, nothing seemed worth the trouble. You remember, Ed, and you too, Mac. The boys was going to nominate me for alderman. Oh, I'd have been elected easy.
Oh, you would, Harry. It was a sure thing.
Yeah, it was a dead cinch, Harry. Everybody knows that. Huh?
Sure they do. But when Bessie died, I didn't have the heart. Still, I know that while she'd appreciate my grief, she wouldn't want to have me cooped up here all my life. So I've made up my mind. I'll go out soon, take a walk around the wards, and see the friends I used to know. Maybe get together with the boys. Tell them I let them deal me a hand in their game again. Gee, I'll do it. Tomorrow, my birthday. That'll be a good day to turn over a new leaf. 60? That ain't too old.
It's the prime of life, Harry.
You know, a wonderful thing about you, Harry, is that you keep as young as you ever was.
I gotta get my stuff out of the laundry. They must still have them. I want to make a good appearance, you know. Oh, I met Dick Trumbull on the street a year or two ago. He said to me, Jimmy, the drugstore department hasn't been the same since you left. It's dead as hell. I said, I know, Dick. I hear the management's at their wits' end. Be only too glad to have me come back and run it for them again. I think all I can do would be go up and see them, and they'd give me the position. Don't you think so, Dick? He said, sure they would, Jimmy, only take my advice and wait until business conditions are better. Well, conditions must be better by this time. All I need to do is get fixed up with a decent front, and it's as good as done.
Yeah, I'm sorry we had to postpone our trip again this April, Piet. I had hoped the blasted estate would be settled up, but anyway, we'll make it next year, old boy, even if we have to work and earn our passage money, what? Oh, England in April.
Copy, Jimmy's got them all smoking the same hop.
Yeah, this bughouse will drive me stark raving loony yet.
Oh, the old wise guy. Wise hell. No good anarchist, I won't work her. I'm sick of you, and Hugo too. You'll pay up tomorrow, and I'll start a Harry Hope revolution. I'll tie a dispossessed bomb to your tails that'll blow you into the streets. I'll make your movement move.
You know, Harry, he sure say the funniest things. Oh, hell. Where's my drink? Oh, that damn Rocky's too fast cleaning off the tables. I only took one little sip of it.
No, you don't. Anytime you take one sip of a drink, you'll have lockjaw and paralysis.
Sure, it's not like you to be so hard-hearted, Harry.
You, Mac, another crook. Who asked you to laugh? We was talking about poor old Bessie, and you and that no-good brother of hers started a laugh. A hell of a thing. You know her opinion of you, Mac? That Pat McGloin is the biggest drunken grafter that ever disgraced the police force, she used to say to me. I hope they send him to Sing Sing for life.
She didn't mean it. Bess had a heart of gold underneath all her sharpness. She knew I was innocent of all the charges.
One moment, please, Lieutenant McGloin. Are you aware you are under oath? Do you realize what the penalty for perjury is? Come now, Lieutenant. Isn't it a fact that you're guilty as hell? Now, don't say how much your old man. I'm asking the questions. The fact that he was a crooked old bucket shop bastard has no bearing on your case. Gentlemen of the jury, court will now recess while the DA sings a little ditty he learned at Harvard. It was composed in a wanton moment by the dean of the Divinity School on a moonlight night in July 1776 while sobering up in a Turkish bath. Oh, come up, she cried, my sailor lad, and you and I'll agree, and I'll show you the prettiest that ever you did see. Harry, don't let Rocky bounce me upstairs. I'll go crazy. Listen, Mac, I apologize. Don't get sore. I was only kidding.
Sure. Get all you want to, Willie. I'm hardened to it. But I tell you that one of these days I am going to get him to open up my case. Everybody knows there was no real evidence against me. I just took the blame for the ones higher up.
Of course you'll be reinstated, Mac. All you need is a brilliant young attorney to handle your case. I'll be straightened out and on the wagon in a day or two. I've never practiced. You will let me handle your case, won't you, Mac?
Sure I will, Willie. Make your reputation.
Haven't I heard their visions 1,000 times? I wish to hell Hickey would turn up.
Harry. Poor Willie needs a drink bad. You know, I think if we all joined him, make him feel he's among friends. Kind of cheer him up, huh?
More circus tricks. BG, Bessie has you sized up.
Oh, yeah, dear old Bess. Hey, you remember the time she sent me down to the bar to change a $10 bill for her?
Do I? She could have taken a bite out of the stove lid when she found it out.
I was sure surprised when she asked me to change that 10 spot. You know, Bess usually had better sense, but she was in a hurry to get to church, you know. I really didn't mean to do it. But you know, the circus season was going to begin soon, and I needed a little practice to keep my hand in. I said to her, Beth, I'm sorry I had to take it all out in dimes. Now, here. Hold out your hand now, and I'll count it out for you so you won't be kicking afterwards that I shortchanged you. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, $1. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Now, you're counting with me, aren't you, Bess? 80, 90, $2. 10, 20. Hey, those are pretty shoes you got on, Bess. 40, 50, 70, 80, 90, $3. 10, 20, 30. Hey, that's a nice new hat you got on, Bess. 50, 70, 80, 90 for $1. 10, 20, 30, 50, 70, 80, 90. Hey, that's a swell-looking shampoo you got there. Say, looks very becoming. $6. And so on. Well, I'm a bum at it now because I'm out of practice. But, you know, back in those days, I could have shortchanged the keeper of the mint.
Well, a hell of a guy you are. Bragging how you shortchanged your own sister.
Oh, gosh. You know, thinking of the old ticket wagon brings those days back again. It was the greatest life on earth. That was the greatest show on earth. It was the grandest bunch of regular guys ever gathered under one tent. You know, I'd sure like to shake their hands again.
They'd have guns in theirs. They'd shoot you on sight. But you've touched every damn one of them. You've even borrowed fish from the trained seals and peanuts from every elephant that remembered you.
You know, Harry, though, I made up my mind. I'm gonna I'm going to see the boss in a couple of days. I'm going to ask for my job back. Yeah, well, ain't no percentage hanging around here now, taking care of you, shooing away your snakes. I don't even get an eye opener from my trouble. Huh?
No. You can go to hell or the circus for all I care, and a damn good riddance. I wonder what the hell happened to Hickey. I hope he'll show up. Oh, he's always good for a million funny stories. You know, you and these other bums are beginning to give me the graveyard fantods. Oh, I sure could do a laugh with Hickey. Remember that gag he always pulls about his wife for the Iceman? He'd make a cat laugh, that fellow would.
Opening time, boss. Why don't you go to bed, boss? Hickey'd never turn up this time of the morning.
There's somebody coming now.
Oh, that's only my two pigs. It's about time they showed up. Piano!
Oh, jeez. Well, this place is a morgue with all these tips on deck. Hiya, white guy. Ain't you died yet?
Not yet, Margie. I'm waiting impatiently for the end.
Who's the new guy? Friend of yours? Hey, kid, you want to have a good time? He's pissed out. To hell with him. Come on.
Damn broads, will you cut out the noise?
Sit down before I knock you down. Well, how do your tramps do?
Pretty good, huh, Carl? Yeah. Picked up a couple of all-night guys. On 6th Avenue, boobs from the 6th. Cinco, the both of them. We thought we was in luck. We steered into a real hotel. We figured they'd do Cinco to bother us much, and we could cop a good night's sleep in beds that ain't got cobblestones in the mattress like the ones in this town. Yeah, but we were out of luck, though. They didn't bother us much that way, you know. But they wouldn't go to sleep, neither. Gee, I never heard of such a couple of gabby guys. They got on to politics, drinking out the bottle. They forget we's around. The Boomooses is the only regular guys, one guy says. And the other one says, I'm a Republican and you're a liar. And then they laugh. Yeah. And then they make a bluff, like they're going to scrap. And then they make up. And then they cry. And then they laugh. And then they sing school days. And you're just trying to sleep with that on the phonograph. Oh, maybe you think we wasn't glad when the house dick came and told us to take the air, huh? Yeah, so we told the guys we'd meet him around the corner. Yeah. So here we are.
Yeah, I see it. But I don't see no dough yet.
Hey, right on a job, ain't he, Margie? Yeah, a little businessman, that's him.
Come on, dig.
Pipe him keeping cases. I'm scared we're holding out on him. The way he grabs, you think it was him done the work. All right, here you are, Grifter. We hope it chokes you.
Hey, you dumb baby dolls give me a pain.
Well, geez, what's the difference, huh? I didn't mean that, Rocky.
A lot of difference, get me?
All right, don't get sore. Can't you take a little kidding? Oh, come on, Rocky. Pearl was only kidding. We know you got a regular job. That's why we like you, see. You don't live off us. You're a bartender.
Sure, I'm a bartender.
Anyway, we wouldn't keep no pimp like we're regular old whores. We ain't that bad. We're tossed. But that's all.
Yeah. Cora got back around 3 o'clock. She woke up Chuck and dragged him out of the hay to go to a chop suey joint. Imagine him standing for that stuff.
They've been sitting around kidding themselves with an old pipe dream about getting married, settling down on the farm. Geez, when Chuck's on the wagon, they never lay off that dope. Chuck with that silly grin on his ugly mouth. And Cora giggling like she was in grammar school. And her on the turf long before you and me ever was.
Yeah, of all the pipe dreams in his dump, they got the nuttiest. What would getting married get him? But that farm stuff is the sappiest part. When both of them was dragged up on his sword and ain't never been near a farm than Coney Island. They'd get DTs if they ever heard a cricket chirp. Can you picture a good barkeep like Chuck digging spuds? And imagine who are hustling a cow zone. Ain't that a sweet picture?
Rocky, Cora may be a Todd.
Oh, sure, that's all I meant to Todd.
Hey, I bet you Cora don't know which end of the cow has got the horns on. Hey, I'm going to ask her.
Well, here's your chance. There's them two nuts now.
She's come walk on a rainy Sunday night. Hello, oh wise guy. Ain't you croaked yet?
No, not yet, Cora. It's damn tiring, this waiting for the end.
Oh, go on. You'll never die. You'll have to hire somebody to croak you with an axe.
You dumb broad, will you cut out the noise? The hell do you think it is, a cat house?
Oh, Harry, such language.
Oh, I bet Bessie's turning over in her grave.
If I'd known this dump was a hooker hangout, I would have never come here.
You seem to be down on the ladies.
I hate everyone that ever lived. They're all alike. Well, you can understand how I feel, can't you, Larry, when it was getting mixed up with that tart that made me have that fight with Mother?
Hey, who's the guy with Larry?
A tightwad. The hell with him.
Say, Cora, wise me up on something, huh? Which end of the cow has got the horns on?
Don't remind me. I'm sick of hearing about that farm.
You got nothing on us.
Oh, man, this big tramp has been scrapping about it. He says Jersey's the best place. I say Long Island because then we'll be near Comey. And I said to him, how do I know you're off periodicals for life? I don't give a damn how drunk you get the way we are, but I don't want to get married to no soak.
And I tells her I'm off this stuff for life.
Yeah.
Then she beeps, we won't be married a month before I'll throw it in the face she was a tart. Geez, baby, I tells her, why should I? And what the hell do you think I think I'm marrying a virgin? Why should I beef as long as you lay off it and don't do no cheating with the Iceman or nobody? That's on a level, baby.
Well, so I get big tramp.
I'll buy a drink. I'll do anything.
No, this round's on me. I run into luck. Yeah, that's why I dragged Chuck out of bed to celebrate. What's a sailor? I got $12 of him. Come on, Rocky. Set him up. Hey, where the hell is Icky?
Well, that's what we're all wondering.
He should be here by now. Me and Chuck seen him.
You seen Icky? Hey, boss. Boss, come through. Come through. Cora's seen Icky.
Where'd you see him, Cora?
Right on the corner. He was just standing there. We said to him, welcome to our city. The gang's expecting you with their tongues hanging out a yard long. And he just said, tell the gang I'll be along in a minute. But, you know, he was funny somehow. He was different or something.
Sure, he was sober, baby.
Sure. Gee, ain't I dumb?
Oh, the dumbest broad I've ever seen. Sober? Now, that's funny. He always managed to lap up a good starter before he got here. Well, he won't be sober long. He'll be good and ripe for my birthday party tonight. You know, fellas, I'll bet he's thought up some new gag for us. Now, we must all pretend to let him kid us. Then we'll kid the pants off him.
Here's the old gang! Hey, do you dirty brother Rocky? Bring on the red poison! Oh, it's always fair weather when good fellows get together. And another little drink will not do us any harm. When good fellows get together, and another little drink will not do us any
Great to see your ugly grinning map again. Oh, you know, this dumb broad here said you changed, but you haven't, not a bit. You're the same old Hickey. You know, you look like $1 million.
Hickey. The same old room.
Ah, thanks, Rocky. I think I'll go up in a while and grab a snooze. Haven't been able to sleep lately. I'm tired as hell. A couple hours of good kip will fix me, though, eh?
Well, it's the first time I ever heard you worry about sleep. Damn it, man. You never would go to bed. Here, get a couple of slugs under your belt. and you'll forget all about sleep. Butter your eye, Hickey.
Drink party, boys and girls.
Hey, is that some new stunt? Drink of the chaser first.
No, I forgot to tell Rocky. You'll have to excuse me, boys and girls, but I'm off the stuff for keeps.
Oh, what the hell? Join the Salvation Army. Be elected president of the WCCU. Oh, Rocky, take away the bottle. We don't want to tempt the man into sin.
Hell, Governor, you don't think I'd come around here peddling some brand of temperance bunk, do you? Oh, you know me better than that. Just because I'm off the stuff doesn't mean I'm going prohibition. Not that ungrateful. No, the only reason I quit is, well, I finally had the guts to face myself and throw overboard the damn lion pipe dream that was making me miserable. And then all at once I found I was at peace with myself and I didn't need booze anymore. That's all there was to it. Oh, but what the hell? Don't let me be a wet blanket making fool speeches about myself. Set him up again, Rocky. Keep the balls coming to let killed and ask for more.
Gee, don't let it choke a hippopotamus. You know that water wagon bull. Hey, cut out the act and have a drink for Pete's sake.
No act, Governor, no act. You know, you've all been good pals to me. Best friends I ever had. And I've been thinking about you all the time I was walking over here.
Walking? Do you mean to say you walked?
I sure did, all the way from the wilds of darkest Astoria. Didn't make such bad time, either. See, it was going on 12 when I went in the bedroom to tell Evelyn I was leaving. 6 hours, say. No, less than that. Well, anyway, I was standing on the corner quite a while, thinking about how to save you. No, I didn't mean booze. I meant saving you from pipe dreams. Yeah, you got to stop lying about yourself and kidding yourself about tomorrow. But what the hell? This is beginning to sound like some damn sermon on the way to lead the good life. You'll have to forget that part of it. It's in my blood, I guess. My old man used to wail salvation into my hiney with a birch rod. He was a preacher from the sticks of Indiana, like I told you. Well, now look, boys and girls, don't look at me as if I'm selling you some kind of gold brick. I got nothing up my sleeves, honest. Come on, let's take an example. Any one of you. Let's take you, Governor. That walk around the ward you never take.
Well, what about it?
Why, you know as well as I do, Harry, everything about it.
Gee, I'm going to take it.
Sure you're going to take it, this time. And I'm going to help you. Because I know it's the one thing you've got to do before you'll ever know what real peace means. And the same thing with you, Jimmy. You've got to try and get your old job back and know tomorrow about it. Now, don't tell me, Jimmy. I know all about tomorrow. I wrote the book.
I don't understand you. I admit I foolishly delayed, but as it so happens, I just made my mind that as soon as I could get straight...
Fine, that's the spirit. You know, you've been damn kind to me, Jimmy, and I want to show you how grateful I am. And when it's all over, and you don't have to nag at yourself anymore, well, you're going to be grateful to me, too. And all the rest of you, ladies included, are in the same boat, one way or another.
Damn, Hagee, you know you've hit the nail on the head. This dump is the palace of pipe dream.
Oh, the old grandstand philosopher speaks. You think you're the one big exception, huh, Larry? Life doesn't mean a damn to you anymore. You've retired from the circus, waiting impatiently for the end, the good old long sleep. Well, I think a hell of a lot of you, Larry, you old bastard. I'll try to make an honest man out of you, too.
What the devil are you hinting at, Higgy?
Well, you don't have to ask me, do you? A wise old guy like you. Just ask yourself. I'll bet you know.
Oh, he's got your number all right, Larry. That's the stuff. Hickey, show the old faker up. He can't sneak out of everything.
Hello. A stranger in our midst. I don't think I noticed you before, brother.
My name's Parrott. I'm an old friend of Larry's. Well, what are you staring at?
No offense, brother, no offense. Just trying to figure. Haven't we met before someplace?
No. This is my first time meeting.
No, you're right. You're right. But still, I recognize something about you. We're members of the same lodge in some way.
You're nuts. What are you talking about?
Mind your own business, Higgy. He's nothing to you or to me.
Oh?
Well, you're holding us in suspense. Tell us more about how you're going to save us.
Hell, Larry, don't get sore. Not at me. I've always liked you a hell of a lot.
Well, I've always liked you, too. Forget it, Higgy.
Fine. That's the spirit. Well, what's the matter, everybody? What is this? A funeral? Come on. Drink up. A little action. Hey, God, I'm sleepy all of a sudden. That long walk must be getting me. I better go upstairs. Yeah, heck of a thing to go dead on you like this. No, sir, boys and girls. I never knew what real peace was until now. Oh, it's a grand feeling. It's like when you're sick and suffering like hell and the doc comes and he gives you a shot in the arm and the pain goes. Just drift off. And let go of yourself at last. Let yourself sink down to the bottom of the sea. Rest in peace. No farther you have to go, not a single damned hope or dream left to torment you. Boy, you all know what I mean when you... excuse me, boys and girls, I'm all in. Gotta grab 40 winks. Drink up, everybody. On me.
Gee, that's a hell of a stunt. Go to sleep on us. I can't figure Hickey. I'd still say he's kidding us. What do you think, Jimmy?
He does appear changed. But he'll probably be himself tomorrow. I mean, you know, as soon as he wakes up.
You'll make a mistake if you think he's only kidding.
I don't like that guy, Larry. I'm going to steer clear of him.
So, Harry, there was some sense to his nonsense. It is true I should get my job back. So I hardly need him to remind me.
Yeah. I ought to take that walk, honey. I don't need no Hickey to help me, seeing I got it all fixed for my birthday tomorrow.
Yeah? Well, he's made 2 sales of his piece, at least. But you better make sure that it's the real McCoy and not poison.
You bunkhouse, I won't work hard. Who asked you to shove your oar in? What the hell do you mean poison? Just because he got your number? Gee, I don't get it. He ain't like the old Hickey. He'll be a hell of a wet blanket at my birthday party tonight. Wish the hell he'd never shown up.
No, give him time, Harry. He'll come out of it. You know, I've watched many a case of almost fatal teetotalism, but they all come out of it, you know, completely cured, drunk as ever. You know, in my opinion, the poor sap is temporarily bunkhouse from overwork. You can't be too careful about work. It's one of the deadliest habits known to science. A great physician once told me, Yeah, he used to practice on street corners under a torchlight. He was positively the only doctor in the world who claimed that rattlesnake oil rubbed on the Pratt could cure heart failure. In 3 days. I remember saying to me, oh, he says, you're naturally delicate, Ed, but if you drink a pint of bad whiskey every morning before breakfast and never work if you can help it, why, you may live to a ripe old age. It's staying sober and working that cuts men off in their prime.
You laugh, little bushman monkey faces. Laugh like fools, little stupid people. I will laugh too. I will laugh less. I will laugh with you. The days grow hot of Babylon. This cold beneath
That's the spirit, everybody. Don't let me be a wet blanket. All I want is to see you happy.
Thanks, Rick. How's that, kid?
Now, what the hell do I know about flowers?
Well, you can see they're pretty, can't you, you big dummy?
Yeah, baby, sure. If you like them, they're okay with me.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez, Pearl, that's some cake, huh? Yeah. You look at 6 candles, each for 10 years.
When do we light the candles, huh, Rocky?
Ask that bug-out Hickey. He's elected himself voice of this birthday racket just before Harry comes down, he says. Geez, ever since Hickey woke up, you can't hold him. He's taking on a party like it was his birthday.
Well, he's paying for everything, ain't he?
I wish the louse never showed up. I hope he don't come back from that delicatessen. He's getting everybody nuts. He's got Harry and Jimmy tomorrow run ragged. And the rest are hiding in their room so they won't have to listen to him. And they're getting kind of cagey with the booze, too. Like they were scared if they get too drunk, they might spill their guts or something. And everybody's getting a prize grouch on him.
Yeah, you'd think he suspected me and Chuck had no real intention of getting married.
Yeah, we're gonna show him, baby, huh?
Well, we decided Jersey's where we want to farm, and we're going to get married there, too, because you don't need no license there. And we're going to get married tomorrow, ain't we, honey?
You bet, baby.
Oh, geez, Chuck, are you letting that bug-out Sloss Hickey kid you into...
He ain't kidding him into nothing, and me neither. And besides, Hickey's right. If this old big tramp is going to marry me, you ought to do something about it, not just shoot off his whole bazoo about it.
Oh, you can't be that dumb, Chuck.
You keep out of this. You and your crickets, you'd think they was elephants.
Oh, don't listen to that broad, Rocky. You heard what she said. Tomorrow, it's the same old crap.
Is that so?
Geez, imagine Quarter a bride. Ain't that a hot one? Hey, Quarter, if all the guys you ever stayed with was put side by side, you could walk on them from here to Texas.
Oh, you can't talk to me like that, you fat dago hooker. Yeah, I may be a tart, but I ain't a cheekbone whore like you!
Well, who wants to? But nobody can call me no whore.
Oh, bury it. What are you, virgin?
I suppose that means you think I'm a whore, too. Is that it?
Yeah, and me?
No, don't start nothing.
I suppose it'd tickle you if Margie and me was to do what that louse Hickey hinted at and come right on and admit that we was whores.
All right, whatever. It's the truth, ain't it?
All right, Rocky. All right, we're whores. You know what that makes you, don't you?
Look out now, huh?
A lousy little pimp, that's why.
I'll line you.
No! A dirty little guinea pimp!
That's I'll line you!
Open the doors, Paul! Yeah, Hickey invited him over.
Oh!
Lay off of me or I'll beat the hell out of you! What the hell are you laughing at, you that old stool bum?
That is Selfie ought to be. Geez, Hickey sure got his number.
Come on, wake up, Comrade Hugo. Here's the revolution starting on all sides of us, and you're sleeping through it. Come on. Yeah, to Hickey, the great nihilist, he's started a movement that'll blow up the world. You laddie, renegade, traitor. Time you think I have a shot.
Oh, that bourgeois swine, Hickey. He thinks I'm finished. It is too late. And so I do not wish the day to come, because it will not be my day. See what he thinks. I will have him hang the first one of all to the first lamppost. Why are you so serious, you little monkey faces? It's all a big joke, no? So we get drunk, and then we laugh like hell, then we die, and the pipe dream vanish. The days grow hot to Babylon, so be of good cheer, little stupid peoples! God, that rotten damn Hickey. It's he who makes me sneer. I want to sleep.
Jeez. Hickey ain't missing no bets, is he? He's even give Hugo to works.
I warned you this morning that he wasn't kidding.
I never seen a guy change so much. Larry, you always pretend to be such a wise old fox about everything. What do you think has happened to him?
Oh, I don't know. With all his gab, he's kept that to himself so far, I noticed. Well, maybe he's saving the great revelation for Harry's party. The hell with him. I don't give a damn what it is. Let him mind his own business, and I'll mind mine.
I don't give a damn what happened to Hickey. I know what's gonna happen if he don't watch his step. I told him, I'll take a lot from you, Hickey, like everyone else in this dump, because you always been a grand guy. But there's things I don't take from you, no nobody, remember, see? Or you'll wake up in the hospital, or maybe worse, with your wife and the Iceman walking slow behind you.
Oh, you shouldn't have made that Iceman crack, Rocky. It's all right for him to kid about it, but you... Hey, I notice he ain't pulled that Iceman gag this time. Hey, you suppose he really did catch his wife cheating? I don't mean with no Iceman, but with some guy?
Oh, that's the book. He'd have beat her up and gone on the worst drunk he ever staged, like any other guy do.
Sure, Rocky's got the right dope, baby. He'd be paralyzed.
Yeah, I stood telling people this dump is closed for the night. All I'm gonna. Let Harry hire a doorman and pay him wages he wants.
Yeah? Harry's pretty damn good to you.
Sure he is. I don't mean that. Anyway, it's all right. I told Schwartz the cop that we closed for the party. And he'll keep folks away. I want me a big drink, that's what.
Can have all you want on Hickey.
Yeah, I drink on him. But I don't drink with him. No, sir. Never no more.
What's he done to you?
Sure, he's all right with you. He's a white man, ain't he? Now you listen to me, you white boys. Don't you get in your heads that I'm pretending to be what I ain't, or that I ain't proud to be what I am. Else you and me gonna have trouble.
What a nerve. You act nice to the guy and he gets a swelled nut. If that ain't like a coon all over.
Talking fight talk, huh? I'll murder the nigga.
Listen, boys, I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. You've been good friends to me. I'm nuts, I guess. That Hickey, he get my head all mixed up with craziness.
Oh, that's all right, Joe. The boys wasn't taking you serious. Oh, boy, what I say, Hickey ain't missing no bets. Even Joe. But you know, you can't help liking the louse. I mean, you gotta admit he's got the right dope on some of the bums here.
You certainly got one guy I know figured out, ain't he, Pearl?
You certainly have.
Cut it out! I told you!
Well, here I am in the nick of time. Come on, give me a hand with these bundles, somebody.
You scared me out of my skin sneaking in like that.
Sneaking? Why, me and the taxi man made enough noise getting my big surprise in the hall to wake the dead.
Hey, is those bundles grub, Hickey? You bought enough here to feed an army.
It can't be too much. I want this to be the biggest birthday party Harry's ever had. Hey, Chuck, you and Rocky go out in the hall and get the big surprise. My arms is busted lugging it.
Jeez, you got his old head up, Hickey. What is it, huh?
Oh, you just wait and see. I got it as a treat for the three of you more than anyone. I said to myself, I bet this is what'll please those whores more than anything. What's the matter? You look sore. What? I see, but you know how I feel about that.
Okay, Hickey, let it slide, huh?
Look! Here it comes! Unveil it, boys.
Oh, it's champagne!
Oh,
jeez, Hickey, if you ain't a sport.
I never got sauced on champagne. Poyle, let's get Stinko.
Oh, you bet you, the both of us.
Oh, Hickey, you sure hitting the high spots. When I run my gambling house, I drink that bubbly water in steins. Yeah. And I'm going to drink it that way again, too, as soon as I get my steak.
What do we drink it out of, Hickey?
Well, Joe has the right idea. Schooners! That's the spirit for Harry's birthday.
We will drink wine beneath the willow tree.
That's the spirit, brother, and let the lousy slaves drink vinegar.
Rotten damn liar.
Leave Hugo be. He rotted 10 years in prison for his faith. He's earned his dream. Have you no decency or pity?
Hello. What's this? I thought you were in the grandstand. Now listen, Larry, you're getting me all wrong. Of course I have pity, but it isn't my old kind of pity, the kind yours is. The kind that lets itself off easy by encouraging some poor guy to go on kidding himself with a lie. The kind that leaves the poor slob worse off because it makes him feel guiltier than ever. Hell, I know all about that kind of pity. I've had a belly full of it in my time, and it's all wrong. And you're going to be grateful to me, too, Larry, when you can admit all at once, without being ashamed, that all that old grandstand philosopher stuff and the waiting for the big sleep is just a pipe dream. You say to yourself, I'm an old man who's scared of life, but even more scared of dying. So I'm sitting here and getting drunk and hanging on to life at any price. And then you'll know what real peace means, Larry, because then you won't be scared of either life or death anymore. You simply won't give a damn any more than I do, huh?
Damn if I'm not beginning to think you've gone mad.
You're a liar! Oh, hell, Larry, that's no way to talk to an old pal who's trying to help you. If you really wanted to die, you'd just take a hop off your fire escape, wouldn't you? And if you really were in the grandstand, you wouldn't go around pitying everyone. Oh, I know. The truth is tough to take at first. It was for me, too. And as for my being bughouse, you can't crawl out of it that way. Yeah, I'm too damn sane. I can size guys up and turn them inside out better than I ever could. Especially when they're strangers, like that parrot kid. He's licked, Larry. I think there's only one possible way out you can help him to take. That is, if you have the right kind of pity for him.
I'm not advising him except to leave me out of his troubles. He's nothing to me.
Ah, but you'll find he won't agree to that. He'll keep after you until he makes you help him, because he's got to be punished so he can forgive himself. Lick, Larry, can't manage it alone, and you are the only one he can turn to.
For the love of God, will you mind your own business? What do you know about him anyway? He's hardly spoken to you.
No, you're right. But I do know a lot about him just the same. I've had hell inside of me. I can spot it in others. Maybe that's what gives me the feeling there's something familiar about him. Something between us. It's a woman. I know the symptoms.
And you're the boy who's never wrong, are you damn fool? His trouble is that he was brought up to revere the movement, that's all, and he's lost his faith. It's a shock. But he's young, and he'll find another dream just as good or as bad.
All right, Larry, I'll let it go at that. But I'm glad he's here because he'll help me make you wake up to yourself. Oh, I've always liked you a lot, you old bastard. Well, not much time before 12. Come on, let's get busy, boys and girls. Oh, the cake all set. And my presents, and yours, girls, and Chuck's and Rocky. Oh, that's fine. Harry will certainly be touched by your thought of him. Hey, listen, I'll go up now and root everyone out. Pearl, you light the candles on the cake when you hear us coming, and Cora, get ready to play Harry's favorite song. Well, come on, hustle, everybody. We want this to come off in style.
Gee, I've got to practice. I ain't touched a box. I don't know how. How does that tune go, Joe? I ain't played that hand on in so long. Wait a minute.
And now it's the second feast of Belshazzar, with Hickey to do the writing on the wall.
Shut up, old cemetery. Always beefing. Well, if it ain't Prince Willie. Hey, Hey, kid, you look terrible. Grab yourself a shot.
No, thanks. Not now. I'm tapering off.
Well, you know, he means it.
It was hell up in that damn room, Larry. The things I imagined, I thought I'd go crazy. But I got it beat now. By tomorrow morning, I'll be on the wagon. I'm going to get my clothes back first thing. Hickey's loaning me the money. I'll do what I always said. Go to the DA's office. He was a good friend of my old man's. He knows that I really was a brilliant law student. I know I can make good now that I'm off the booze forever. I owe a lot to Hickey. He's made me wake up to myself. It's not what he says, it's what's behind it. It's what he hints. You'd think all I wanted to do with my life was stay here and be drunk. I'll show him.
If you want my advice, you put the nearest bottle to your mouth until you don't give a damn about Hickey.
Well, that's fine advice. I thought you were my friend!
Yeah, we take it from the beginning.
Damn fool, Hickey. He just came knocking at my door. I opened it up because I thought it was probably you, and he comes busting in. He makes me come downstairs. I don't know what for. I don't belong in this birthday celebration. All I came here for was to find you.
I warned you.
Can't you make Hickey mind his own business? I don't like that guy, Larry. Gee, the way he acts, you'd think he had something on me. Well, just right now, he pats me on the shoulder and he says, I know how it is, son, but you can't hide from yourself. Not even here at the bottom of the sea. What did he mean by that, Larry?
How the hell would I know?
And then he grins and he says, never mind. Larry's getting wise to himself. I think you can rely on his help in the end. He says you'll have to choose between living and dying. And he'll never choose to die as long as there's a breath left in him. And then he grins like it was a big joke on you. Well, what do you say to that, Larry?
I have nothing to say except that you're a bigger damn fool to listen to him than he is to talk.
Yes, but he's no fool where you're concerned. He's got your number, all right? Oh, I don't mean that. You know what I want most is to be friends with you, Larry. I haven't a single friend left in the world. I hope that you... And you could be, too, without it hurting you. You ought to, for Mother's sake. She really loved you, Larry. And you loved her, too, didn't you?
Leave what's dead in its grave.
Do you know, Larry, that you're the one of them all that she cared most about? She'd kid herself that you'd give up booze and come back to the movement tomorrow. She'd say, Larry can't kill in himself a faith that he's given his life to, not without killing himself. How about it, Larry? Was she right? I suppose what she really meant was to come back to her. She was always getting herself mixed up with a movement. But I'm sure she really must have loved you, Larry. No, but she wasn't even faithful to you at that, was she? That's why you walked out on her, isn't it? I remember that last fight you had. I remember you got mad and you said, I don't like living with a whore, if that's what you mean.
Lie, I never called her that.
I think that's why she still respects you, see, because it was you who walked out on her. You were the one who beat her to it. Well, she got sick of all the others way before they ever did of her. I don't think she cared much about them. She just had to keep on having lovers to prove how free she was. That made home a lousy place. I got the feeling like you did about it. But it was like living in some whorehouse, only worse, because she didn't have to go on making her...
Bastard! She's your mother. Have you no shame?
Please don't hurry. I've got to talk to you, or I'll talk to Hickey. He won't leave me alone. I feel he knows anyway. But I hate his guts. I'm scared of him. There's just something not human behind that damn grinning and kidding.
You feel that too?
But I can't go on like this, Larry. I've got to tell you.
I won't listen.
All right, I won't. Please, don't go. Who the hell do you think you're kidding? I know damn well you've guessed.
Guess nothing.
But I want you to guess. I know now, since Hickey's been after me, that I meant for you to guess right from the very start. That's why I came to you. Once you'd understand the reason, Larry. See, I began studying American history. And I got admiring guys like Washington and Jefferson and Lincoln and Jackson. And I began to feel patriotic and really, really love this country.
You stinking, rotten liar. Do you think you can fool me with such hypocrite's cancer? I don't give a damn what it is that you did. It's on your head, whatever it was. I don't know what it was, and I won't know.
I just didn't think they would catch her. Please believe that. You know I never would have done such a thing.
All I know is that I'm sick of life. I'm through. I've forgotten myself. I'm drowned and contented on the bottom of a bottle. Honor, dishonor, faith, treachery are nothing to me, but the opposites of the same stupidity. In the end, they rot and die in the same grave, so go away! Wasting your breath. Forgotten your mother.
The old philosopher. Why, you lousy old faker. Wait till Hickey gets through with you.
Oh, hi there, Tightwad kid. You going to join the party? Ain't he bashful, Pearl?
Yeah, especially with his doll.
How dare you?
Hey, Rocky, I know him.
Get down there, you bastard!
Listen here, beat it! I hate you, call each other every name you can think of, but I never... A swell time to stage your first bout on Harry's birthday party. What started the scrap?
Nothing. This is our business, after all. That blasted ass Hickey, he made some insinuation about me, and that Boris boy had the impertinence to agree with him, and
That's a lie! Hickey made a joke about me and that lousy limey said it was true!
Sit down, I'm smoking, and cut out this rough stuff! Harry's party begins in a minute, and we don't want no soreheads around.
Oh, very well. In deference to the occasion, I apologize, General Wet Journ, provided that you do also.
All right. Captain Lewis, in that case, I also apologize because Harry is my good friend.
Oh, what the hell if you can't do better than that?
Oh, here come the two star boarders.
I tell you what, this time it's serious. That Hickey has got Harry on the hip, and it won't do us no good if he gets him to take that walk tomorrow.
You're damn right. You know, Harry will mosey down around the ward, dropping in on everybody he knew when, you know. They'll give him a phony glad hand and tons of good advice and what a sucker he is to put up with us.
Be sure to call on Bessie's relations to do a little crying over poor, dear Bessie. You know what that bitch and her family thought of me.
Now, remember, Lieutenant, you're speaking of my sister. Dear Bessie wasn't a bitch. She was the queen bitch of them all. And if you think my loving relatives are going to have time to discuss you, well, you don't know them. They're going to be too busy telling Harry what a drunken crook I am and how he ought to have me put up in Sing Sing or something.
Once Bessie's relations get their hooks in, it'll be as tough for us as if she wasn't gone.
Yeah, Harry's getting old. He'll be an easy mark for those grafters. Oh, hell, Mac, we're saps to worry. Harry's been pulling that bluff about taking a walk every birthday he's had for 20 years.
Yeah, but Hickey wasn't sicking him on those times, just the opposite.
Ah, well, I don't care whether he goes or not. I'm getting out of here tomorrow anyway. I'm just sorry for you, Mac.
Oh, you needn't be. Ain't I leaving myself? I was just feeling sorry for you.
Yes, sir, my mind is made up. I feel the call of the old carefree circus life again, boy, right in my blood. I'm going to see the boss tomorrow. You know, it's late in the season, but he'll be glad to put me on. Boy, won't that old gang be tickled at that when they see me walk right on the lot, huh?
Maybe. They got a rope handy.
Now listen, Mac, I'm getting sick of you kidding.
You are you? Well, I'm sick of you kidding me about getting reinstated. I'm tapering off, and in the morning I'll be fresh as a daisy. I'm going to go and have a private chin with the commissioner. And man alive, from what the boys tell me, there's sugar galore these days, and I'll soon be riding around in a big red automobile with loads of cash.
Hey, one long hop! Put some fresh peanut oil in lap. Cook the lieutenant another dozen pills. It's his galled up night. Huh?
Listen, one more crack on you and I'll bash you in your big fat skull. Rocky!
Jesus, it's Harry's birthday party! Sit down and behave!
All right, you just tell him to lay off.
You tell him to lay off me.
Everything all set? Fine. Harry's starting down now with Jimmy. And you know what? A hell of a time getting them to move. They'd rather stay hiding up there, kidding each other along. Harry doesn't even want to remember it's his birthday now. But here they come. Pearl, light the candles. Get ready to play, Cora. Chuck, Rocky, bring the wine on. Come on, stand up, everybody. Oh, on the dot, it's 12. Come on, everybody, with a happy birthday, Harry. Happy birthday, Harry. Cora, always jolly. Down
Come on, quick, my hands again. You think I'm a sucker? I know you, you sneaking lying drummer. Well, you bums, what the hell do you think you're doing? Yelling and raising the roof. You want the cops to close the joint? Take away my license? Hey, you dumb tart, quit banging that box. Gee, at least you could do is learn the tune.
Jeez, Harry, I ain't heard it.
You two hookers screaming your lungs out. What the hell do you think it is, a dollar cat house? Gee, that's where you belong.
Now, Harry, you don't want to take it out on the gang just because you're upset with yourself. You don't want to bawl out the old gang just when they're congratulating you on your birthday, do you? Hell, that's no way.
Well, they ain't as dumb as you. They know I was only kidding them. They know I appreciate their congratulations. Don't you, fellas? Oh, sure, boys. I like you two broads. You know I was only kidding.
Sure, we know, Harry.
Sure, Harry's the greatest little kidder in this dump, and that's saying something. Look how he's kidded himself for 20 years. Unless I'm wrong, Governor, and I'm betting I'm not. But we'll soon know, Tomorrow morning. No, by God, it's this morning now.
This morning?
Yes, it's today at last, Jimmy. Oh, well, don't look so scared. I promised I'd help you.
I don't understand you. Kindly remember, I'm fully capable of settling my own affairs.
Well, isn't that exactly what I want you to do? Settle with yourself once and for all. Only, watch out for the booze, huh, Jimmy? Not too much from now on, you know.
Hey, Cora, what's the matter with that box, huh?
Yeah, come on, Cora. Oh, come on, Cora, play some more. That was Bessie's favorite tune. She was always singing it. Oh, gee, it brings it all back. I wish.
Yes, we've all heard you tell us you thought the world of her, Governor.
Well, so I did. Everyone knows I did. But gee, if you say I didn't...
Now, Governor, I didn't say anything. You're the only one who knows the truth about that.
Marjorie's favorite tune was Loch Lomond. She sang beautifully. She was beautiful. She played the piano beautifully. She had a beautiful voice. You were lucky, Harry. Bessie died. But there are more bitter sorrows than losing the woman one loves by the hand of death.
Oh, now, Jimmy, you needn't go on. Well, we all know the story of how you came back to Cape Town and found her in the hay with a staff officer. We know you like to think that that's what started you on the booze and ruined your life.
I was talking to Harry. Will you kindly keep out? My life is not ruined.
But I'll bet if you admit the truth to yourself, you'll confess you were pretty sick of her hating you for getting drunk. I bet you were really damned relieved when she gave you such a good excuse. I know, Jimmy. Ah! Ah!
That's what happened to you, Hickey. Your old Iceman joke came home to roost, did it? Well, you should have remembered the truth of the old superstition. That you better watch out what you call, because in the end, it'll come to you.
Oh, is that a fact, Larry? Then you'd better look out how you keep calling for that old big sleep, huh? Well, what are we waiting for, boys and girls? Let's get the party rolling. Chuck, Rocky, bring on the big surprise. Governor, you're going to sit right over here, right at the head of the table.
I will have you shot! We will eat birthday cake and drink champagne beneath the... Oh. This wine is not fit to drink. It's not been properly iced.
Oh, always the high-toned swell at heart, huh, Hugo? Well, God help us poor bums if you'd ever get to telling us where to get off. You'd have been drinking our blood beneath those willow trees. Well, here's the toast, ladies and gentlemen. Here's to Harry Hope, who's been a friend in need to every one of us. Here's to the old governor, the best sport, and the kindest, biggest-hearted guy in the world. Here's wishing you all the luck there is, Harry, and long life, and happiness. Come on, everybody, to Harry. Bottoms up. Speech. Speech.
Well, but gee, I'm no good at making speeches. All I can say is thanks. Thanks again to everyone for remembering me on my birthday. Only don't think because I'm 60, I'll be a bigger damn fool and easier mark than ever. No, by June. It's like Hickey says, this is the start of a new day. This dump's got to be run like other dumps, so I can make some money and not just break even. People have got to pay me what they owe me. I'm not running an orphan asylum for crooks and bums, nor a damned hooker shanty either, nor an old men's home for lousy anarchist tramps that ought to be in jail. I'm sick of being played for a sucker. Don't think you're kidding me right now either. Oh, I know you're all giving me the laugh behind my back and thinking to yourselves, the old lying, pipe-dreaming faker, we've heard his bull about taking a walk around the ward for years. He'll never make it. He's yellow. He ain't got the guts. He's afraid he'll find out. But I'll show you, Majee. And I'll show you too, you lousy son of a frying pan peddling bastard.
That's the stuff, Harry. That's exactly what I want you to do.
Oh, listen, all of you. Majee, I am sorry. I lost my temper. I'm not feeling well. I've got a hell of a garrote shot. Oh, you know, you're all as welcome as the flowers in May.
Oh, sure, boss. You're always aces with us, see?
Oh, listen, everybody, I guess this is the spot where I owe it to you to do a little explaining and apologize for some of the rough stuff I've had to pull on you. But it simply had to be done. You must believe that. You know old Hickey. He was never one to start trouble. But I had to this time for your own good. I had to make you help me with each other. You see, I saw what I had to do. I couldn't do alone, not in the time at my disposal. I knew when I came here I wouldn't be able to stay with you long. I'm scheduled to leave on a long trip. But here's the point to get. I would never have acted the way I have if I wasn't sure it would be worth it to you in the end. When you're rid of the damn guilt that makes you lie to yourselves you're something you're not, and the remorse that nags at you and makes you hide behind lousy pipe dreams about tomorrow, you'll be in it today where there is no yesterday or tomorrow to worry about. You won't give a damn what you are anymore. And I wouldn't say this unless I knew, brothers and sisters, this peace is real. It is a fact. I know because I got it here, right in front of you, right now. Well, I guess that's about all from me for the present, boys and girls. So come on, let's get on with the party.
Wait! I think it would help us poor, pipe-dreaming sinners along the sawdust trail to salvation if you told us now what it was happened that converted you to this great peace of yours.
Yeah.
You didn't deny it when I asked you about the Iceman, I noticed. Did this great revelation of the evil habit of dreaming about tomorrow come to you when you found out your wife was sick of you?
Gee, you've hit it, Larry. I've noticed he hasn't shown his picture around this time.
He hasn't got it. The Iceman took it away from him.
Yeah, just look at him. Who would blame her?
She must have been pretty hard up to fall for the Iceman.
Imagine a sack like him advising Chuck and me to get married.
Yeah, he done so good with it. At least I can say Marjorie chose an officer and a gentleman.
Gonna look at you, Hickey, old chap. You sprouted horns like a bloody antelope.
Bigger, by God, like a border buffalo.
Cometh, she cried, my Iceman lad, and you and I'll agree, and I'll show you the prettiest that ever you did see.
Well, I'm glad to see you're all getting in such good spirits for Harry's birthday party, even if the joke is on me. I admit I asked for it in the old days by pulling that Iceman gag on you. So go ahead and laugh all you like. Well, this forces my hand. I guess you're bringing up the subject of Evelyn. Didn't want to tell you yet. It's hardly an appropriate time. I wanted to wait till the party was over. But you're getting the wrong idea about Evelyn, and I've got to put a stop to that. Now, I'm sorry to tell you, my dearly beloved wife is dead.
I felt he brought the touch of death on him. Forgive me, Hickey. I'd like to cut out my dirty tongue.
Sorry, Hickey.
Sorry.
Oh, now listen, everybody. Don't let this be a wet blanket. You're still getting me all wrong. There's no reason. You see, I don't feel any grief. No, I've got to be glad for her sake. Because now she's at peace. She's rid of me at last. Hell, I don't have to tell you. You all know what I was like. You can imagine what she went through, married to a no-good cheater and drunk like I was. But now she's at peace, where she's always longed to be. So why should I feel sad? She wouldn't want me to feel sad. Why, all that Evelyn ever wanted out of life was to make me happy.